Speed. Have you ever watched a racing race anywhere, whether it be NASCAR, Formula One, IndyCar, or even rally races, or even monster trucks? You'll know that they have some pretty cool designs, some amazing designs that you wish you could do. Well, I can do some of those. Maybe not all, but that's something I've always wanted to do. My name is Dakota Caudill, and I am a designer. I'm going for the graphic design program, and my goal in life is to become paint for a NASCAR team, whether it be NASCAR Sprint Cup, NASCAR Nationwide, or even the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. When I was real young, I wanted to race, whether it be at a local short track, in NASCAR, or anywhere. I wanted to race, but unfortunately, my goal did not happen because of unforeseen circumstances, health issues that I've had, a go-kart accident a few years ago, financial issues with my parents have had issues, and we just couldn't afford it. But I come across a few years ago, back in March of 2011, is when I started painting cars, and I imported them into a NASCAR video game called NASCAR Racing 2003 Season. And it's an older video game, but there's a bunch of guys out there that do modifications to the game. They bring the new trucks, the new cars and stuff like that, modifieds, dirt modifieds, Indy cars, different things like that to keep the game going, to keep the passion for the game alive. And I have painted quite a bit. I painted modifieds, I painted trucks, I painted Sprint Cup cars, I painted an Indy car, Nationwide, just about everything it seems when it comes to the game. But I got hooked on it, and I've even sent some of my designs to teams. They've liked quite a bit of my designs, and I've even had a couple offers to paint cars for teams, but in the end it just didn't work out. And my goal is to be able to paint for a NASCAR team, and to hopefully this course will help my image as a designer better, help me work on things of my designs, help me in general be a better designer, work on getting myself out there even more, and show that I'm a marketable designer for a NASCAR team or any design community in the racing world. And my brand mantra was high speed designs. But after our Google team meeting, I had a couple suggestions maybe to make it designs at high speed or high speed designer. And I feel that not because my designs I'm always going through designs quickly, but because the cars are at high speeds. At some tracks like Daytona and Talladega, the NASCAR cars, they can go up to 200 miles an hour. So the designs, when you see them, they're going by pretty fast. And one thing I've always believed, and a lot of people in the NASCAR world believe this, is that NASCAR cars and trucks are running billboards. You always see different companies, whether it be McDonald's, Lowe's, Home Depot, DuPont, STP, Texaco have one. Different companies out there that have sponsored NASCARs. They always want to have their colors on a car, and their colors usually reflect their company image or how they want their company to be presented to the public, whether it be to people that go out and buy their products every day or that are new time buyers, especially if they haven't had people that know what their product is and they watch the NASCAR race and they go, oh, I want to go to Texaco have one and check their stuff out, or check out STP or DuPont, different things like that. And I feel that cars, that with this design world, in the NASCAR world, that having different designs like this can catch the viewer's eyes, and even company. Sometimes the underfunded teams are looking for a sponsor, and they may not have the big budgets or the big factories or whatever that different teams like Hendrick Motorsports or Roush Fenway Racing or Joe Gibbs or Stuart Haas, and they don't have a designer. They usually look around the design world for people like me who are waiting for their big break, and if they see a cool design that they've made, they want to go after them. And my goal in this class and in this program in general is to be able to present myself better, to help me get better in my designs, to be marketable as a graphic designer, to help me propel myself into the graphic design world and the NASCAR world. I mean, I would love nothing more than to have a design that I painted go out on the track, whether they're racing for the win or even a top 20 finish. As long as I have a design on the track, that's my all-time goal. And I feel it's a key thing for me to have a design on the track, because it would be the epitome of everything I've worked for. My target audience would definitely be the NASCAR community, and the racing community in general. It doesn't have to be specifically NASCAR. It could be Monster Jam. It could be motocross. It could be IndyCar. It could be Formula One. It could be rally cars. As long as I'm in the racing world and designing for a team, that would be pretty cool and be a dream come true. To be honest, I would love to be designing for a NASCAR team, because since I was real young, probably 6, 7 years old, I've always watched NASCAR. To this day, I still watch it every Saturday, every Sunday. My favorite driver is no longer racing anymore, and that's Mark Martin. He retired last year, but I still have a couple drivers to cheer for, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Kurt Busch. And my goal is to be able to have a design on the track that races alongside my favorite drivers. So not only would I have my favorite drivers to cheer for, but I'd have a design to cheer for and to see it do well and all that. And I've had a couple inspirations. A buddy of mine, he painted a couple cars. He does the same thing I do, and he painted a couple cars, sent them to a couple teams, whether it be on Facebook, Twitter, email, whatever. And they noticed his designs, and they thought his designs were pretty good, and they wanted him to design a couple cars for them, and it ended up being a car on the track. And that's always kind of inspired me. It kept me going, and to never give up. I've had numerous people say that there's been people in this community that try hard to get a design on the track and nothing leads to it, and they're always giving up. And I feel never to give up, because if you give up, your dream is not worth living. Your dream is not worth trying, and you have to keep giving. You have to keep pushing on. Do not stop, because if you stop, then what was your dream? Why was you pushing so hard for it? And I've been pushing for this dream since 2011, and I keep going. There may be times where the car may be a little frustrating, or the design may be a little frustrating, but I keep going, and I keep pushing on. And I know a lot of people don't watch NASCAR. Maybe not a lot of you watch NASCAR in this class, but that is my dream. That's my goal, is to be able to have a design on the track in the racing community, NASCAR, anywhere in the racing community. And if I can inspire the underdog teams or the big teams that my designs are pretty cool and that they could be reputable and marketable and help me present myself as a better designer, then that is my goal in life. And I feel this class and this course in general can help me do that. And one thing I've wanted to work on in this class is present myself in videos and stuff like that. I feel I'm not the greatest presenter, but I feel with working in the Google Hangouts, doing this video and getting feedback in general, I feel I can be a better person to do videos and be more confident to present myself. And I feel at times I can be a little nervous. I've never always been the one to speak up in class or speak in front of a class to give speeches. I've always kind of been the lone wolf kind of deal. But if this class can help me achieve that and get better and feel more confident and present myself, not to be nervous or scared by any means, then that will be very helpful for me, to help me get out there in the design world and to help me help present myself better to the NASCAR community. Thank you, everybody, and thanks for watching.